wash it out like in cocoon. Won't let it come too soon. Yeah, it's real thing. I don't know. It's hard. If I had better shoes on, I could soccer.
What it's called, small world, small city.
It's the name of the business. Cool. Did you want to play soccer and warm up?
My name is Adam Meininger, and I'm the chairman of the DC Cannabis Campaign. We were the group that put marijuana legalization on the ballot. It passed by 70% of the vote. After it passed, Congress tried to overturn the initiative, so we started to prepare to protest for our democracy, what little we have. And it turns out the marijuana initiative became law, but we still don't have 2 senators, we still don't have representatives, we still cannot have we don't have the equal rights, political freedoms of all other Americans. And we think we should have the same freedoms as other Americans, which means representation in this building, but we're not getting it. So this pole right here, the Liberty pole, with this hat on the pole, is supposed to remind them of their commitment to political freedom, not just economic freedom. We're talking about political freedom. And the founding fathers of this country, George Washington, this was his symbol. He would go around organizing the Continental Army with this pole and this hat. Now, we're not forming an army, we're a peaceful group, but we want to remind the policymakers of the origins of this country and why people protested taxation without representation. And what we have here is taxation without representation in the 21st century. And in the so-called free capital of the world, but it's not. People in Baghdad, people in Cairo, people in France, in Paris, they all have, these capital cities, they all have representation in their state legislatures and their federal legislatures. Why don't we have a representation in our federal legislature? It's because of racism, because this has been a historically black district, and it also has a lot to do just simply with political winds of change. Whereas Republicans don't want to give up any power, they don't have to give up, so they won't give up the representation to us. But for their power, they are willing to sacrifice democracy, and we're here to remind them of that commitment to democracy. And so we've been here now since Wednesday. It is now Sunday, and we've had shifts coming in. And we generally stay up all night by listening to music and keeping it lively and awake around here, because you're not allowed to sleep here. But you can be awake 24 hours a day here. You can use this space. And this pole is the second Liberty pole. The first pole is sitting there on the ground. And last night we took it down because we started to see cracks in the pole.